what specifically triggered the revolutions in Egypt and in Tunisia were students and young people who were educated and who had no prospects of a job, who set themselves on fire. You know, people who were absolutely desperate. And that kind of desperation, you know, has come home to roost here in America now too, where you have millions and millions of students who are graduating from college who are just swimming in debt now. Some 30 million students are carrying around more debt now than we have even on credit cards in America. So, you know, we have the same kind of powder keg here in the US that we saw in the Arab Spring. And I think you're exactly right that it's this combination of frustration, of joblessness, of the lack of opportunity, together with the coming of age of a whole new generation who's really taking the short end of the stick and getting it on the chin, really, of the injustices that are being carried out by this Wall Street economy. If you understand what the climate crisis is about, we are on the cliff right now. We are at the edge of the cliff. We've got 1 foot over the cliff. We have begun to hit tipping points, and it is a matter of immediate and highest national security that we act with all due haste. That's why, in my view, it's very important to put the economic crisis together with the environmental crisis. We cannot solve one without the other, because the crisis in the environment and the climate will take down our economy if other things weren't also going to take it down that quickly. But what happened in Katrina, or the rising prices of food and fuel, which are very much related to climate, you know, these are going to devastate our economy. We need to act on them urgently, as well as, you know, need to act on climate as an emergency in and of itself. We need to stand up and re-engage our democracy, because without that, what we have really is a sham of a democracy. It is not going to solve our problems as long as it is politicians who owe their careers to Wall Street who are deciding our fate. You know, we need to be a part of this discussion. And the moment you go into the voting booth and you start voting in your own interests, then suddenly we can no longer be ignored. And from there we can begin to move forward. Until then, we are only going to continue moving backwards.